Hey everyone, Rogold here, and today, The Division just unveiled everything. From new DLC content that's coming to The Division 2, The Division Heartland, giving us a huge deep dive and breakdown on the gameplay and systems in the game, and more from the entire Division universe. I'm not sure The Division has ever looked brighter. This is going to be a recap of the Division Day event that just went down. I have all my notes and everything that you need to know for the future of The Division, so let's just get right into it. If you end up enjoying the video, a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to click that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell, because there's going to be tons of more stuff to talk about with all of this in the coming days, and you're not going to want to miss it. Without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so let's just start from where they started, which was with the Descent game mode for the Division 2's upcoming Year 5 Season 1 update. We got a full cinematic trailer for it in which they describe how Descent is a simulation. I actually got a prediction correct from my video the other day, but it is a simulation that Division agents are entering in to be able to perfect their combat abilities. And between Black Tusk, Hunters, this new Ortiz Industries technology that they're using, we are going to be facing huge challenges, including, you can see it at the end of this trailer, Aaron Keener as a projection within this game mode. It is so sick, and I'm so excited to play it when the PTS goes live tomorrow, and we'll talk about that more in just a minute. However, they then just dropped an absolute bomb on us with this Year 5 roadmap. I was telling you guys that I thought Year 5 was going to be quite special, and indeed, it even exceeded my expectations. So you can take a look at this right here. Year 5 Season 1 is called Broken Wings, and it's bringing the Descent game mode, a new rebuild of the castle settlement, which we're already seeing happen somewhat in Season 11, and an apparel event. Season 2 is then called Puppeteers, and the first thing on there is that incursions are returning from the Division 1. This is so awesome. If you did not play Division 1, incursions are basically a 4-player version of raids in the Division 2, so an entirely new endgame activity accessible to more types of players is going to be coming to the game in Year 5 Season 2. Along with that, a further rebuild of the castle settlement and another apparel event in Season 3 titled Vanguard. We are heading back to New York for some type of new content that is going to take place there. We're having a holiday event themed around New York City and another apparel event with that. And then this is the big one. Year 5 Season 4, we are getting new story DLC. They did not confirm one way or the other on the stream if this is going to be new paid content for the game, but I have a feeling it probably is, because they said we are getting new zones, new main missions, and a brand new endgame structure. I have no idea what that might be, but you can also see below the story DLC node there, it says we are getting Seasons 2.0. So if nothing else, I mean, the DLC itself is beyond exciting, but what this tells me is that there is a long future planned out for the Division 2 well beyond Year 5, and this is just the beginning of what's in store. So that was truly, truly epic. It didn't stop there though. We learned that the PTS for Year 5 Season 1 does begin tomorrow. This includes the Descent game mode, assumedly the other gear and things that are coming with the update, and so you can get ready for that on PC. Year 5 Season 1 then fully drops in June. I assume we're going to hear more about this at Ubisoft Forward. If it doesn't even drop before that date, that's on June 12th, so I'm sure we'll hear more then. There's a big Division Day sale going on in-game right now on various emotes, clothing items, and other things in the in-game store, and that runs through May 2nd, so be sure to take advantage of that. They also said that there are going to be big sales on the Warlords of New York DLC in the coming weeks and months, I assume probably around the time the Year 5 Season 1 is releasing, along with a free weekend for people to be able to try out the game. So as I said, with that roadmap we got for Year 5, absolutely astounded with the stuff that is coming for the Division 2. I can't believe it, and I can't wait to see it all unfold. Moving on, however, they did talk about a few transmedia and just projects across the Division universe. There is a new webtoon, they called it, coming. I think this is going to be a digital comic book that's releasing, so that's cool. I will leave a link for the stream down below so that you can check it out and get all the details that you need to on these things if you're more interested in it. And additionally, there are going to be new figurines that they're making that will be available for purchase. I don't believe that's happening yet, but it will be in the future. They gave us a few new details on the Division Resurgence, including the fact that the next test phase is going to be happening this summer, and if you want to sign up for that, you can go to their website. I will leave a link for that in the description down below, and that should be another step closer to launch. Again, I assume we will hear more concrete details about this at Ubisoft Forward. And last but most certainly not least, we get to the Division Heartland. We got a ton of Heartland information, including a look at the intro cinematic to the game. They played this entire thing. It looks gorgeous. It sets the tone for what the game is. There's a lot of intrigue and mystery in there, stuff with different agents and betrayals. It just looks epic. Again, I will leave a link for the stream below so that you can check it out. But they also then gave us an entire gameplay dive. This is basically a longer version of that short little teaser we got back at Ubisoft Forward, and it gave us several minutes full of different interviews with the developers and details on what we can expect from the game. This includes a very definitive statement that this is a survival action shooter. There's still a lot of people out there saying that this game was going to be a battle royale. This is very much going to be survival like we saw in The Division 1, but also an expanded version of that. It takes place in Silver Creek. You can play during the daytime and the nighttime, and those both offer different elements and threats. There's a resource wheel that you see them pull up, very akin to the one we had in the original Survival, but you can see skills on there. You can see different utilities and tools that the agents can use. There are go bags where you can store your resources and share those things with other agents. There's just so much to dive into. I'm going to be doing a full breakdown on what we learned about Heartland a bit later on in the day, so be sure to check out that video. And again, the stream will be below so that you can see the full presentation for yourself, but at a high level, that is what they announced. They also said that the closed beta is coming up. And similar to Resurgence, we're going to hear more about that this summer. However, they did say that every person who gets invited to this beta will get 5 invite codes to share. So I think this is going to be the biggest look at Heartland that we've had thus far. I am hoping there's no NDA on it, but again, I think we will probably get more information on that as we get closer to Ubisoft Forward. And similar to Resurgence, if you want to sign up for that, you can go to their website. I will leave a link for that in the description below, and they did update it with some new information that looks pretty darn cool, so be sure to check it out. They then announced something that's really cool, and that's that we're going to have cross-game rewards. I'll put the graphic of it up on screen, but basically, if you play each Division game, you will get rewards for the other one. So playing, I think it said the Division 2, you'll get rewards for the Division Resurgence. You can play Division 1 or 2 and get rewards in Heartland and Resurgence. It just looks super cool. This is the kind of interconnectivity that I had hoped the Division universe would take advantage of moving forward. And with the kinds of plans that we're seeing with the Division 2 and the expanding stuff with Heartland, I just hope we see more and more. This is awesome. And they then ended it off with a story trailer that kind of ties in all of the different games into one cohesive timeline and gives us an idea of where things are headed. It was narrated by our very own NGN here in the community. Super awesome opportunity that he got to do that. It was so good, and I will end off this video with an uninterrupted version of that so that you can see it for yourself. I will also leave a link for his channel down below so you can go and give him a huge congrats, because that was a super cool thing and definitely an awesome way to end off this Division Day stream. But everybody, that is all I have for your Division Day recap. Tons of stuff on Division 2, including the fact that we are getting a new DLC at the end of Year 5 with new zones, missions, incursions are returning. We have the Descent game mode coming tomorrow on the PTS. Resurgence is coming up. Heartland has a bunch of new details. It's just so awesome. Like I said, the Division has not looked this bright in years, if ever. And I really cannot wait for everything that's coming up. I very much hope you enjoyed this recap. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we learned. What are you most excited for? What do you still have questions about? What are you interested to find out more? As I said, full Heartland breakdown coming later in the day. We're going to do a stream of the PTS tomorrow morning. Be sure to tune into that, and tons more coverage coming over the next days, weeks, months, years. Clearly, there is a big future ahead for the Division, and I plan to be here for all of it. That's going to do it for me today, everybody. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Rogue Gold. Ow.